A lot of you guys already know a little bit about me. Like, I try to respond to every single comment I can, and I'm also way too much into Hearts of Iron 4. But that's only a little bit about me. Today you guys are going to hear how I became the person I am today. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be two things: a firefighter and an actor. Around the 4th grade is when my life changed, when a teacher was asking us one day, what do we want to do when we grow up? I'll never forget the words she said to me when I told her I wanted to be a firefighter and an actor. It's great to have dreams, but in the real world, that doesn't work the way you think it does. And realistically, you're probably going to work at McDonald's like most of the kids in here and be useless. She got fired a couple years later, but at that point, the damage was already done. After she told me that when I was around 12 years old, I lost all my dreams, hopes, and self-confidence. Then it got worse when I was around 14 and I started getting my self-confidence back. I was one of those kids that really enjoyed Call of Duty. I started following a channel on YouTube and messaged him one day and sent him an idea for a video, which he replied to something like, "This is the dumbest thing he'd ever heard or he had ever read," and then later on he did a video based on what I sent him, and it became very successful on his channel, to the point where he made several spin-offs of the idea. At that same time, while I was in school, I was also vigorously bullied. I had my leg sprained twice, broken once, almost had my hand broken, was stabbed with 2 pencils at the same time, and even had a bookcase pushed on top of me that was heavy enough that our teacher had to get another teacher to help her get it off of me. Day in and day out, I was bullied, beaten, made fun of, everything you can imagine. The reason was because I was really into history, and I was decently intelligent. And the way our school worked was if we did really well on a test, we got computer lab time to do whatever it is we want, and I would always go to history.com and read up on there, and a lot of kids from my class would crowd me and they'd want to play games, and I just wouldn't. I would always keep reading history and everything, and because of that I started getting bullied. Following year, my life changed so much by just one movie. There was a scene where the main character is speaking to his son, and he said, "Somewhere along the line you changed. You stopped being you. You let the people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. And let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all full of sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward." In case you couldn't tell, that was from Rocky Balboa. That speech, that movie, is what made me truly realize that if I want to become an actor, if I want to become a firefighter, I, and only I, am the one that's standing in the way. Obviously, at about 14 or 15 years old, I wasn't going to become an actor. So instead, that same day, I asked my dad to get me a Hauppauge graphics card. And with my mom's help, got my first YouTube channel going, where I was making mostly just basic gameplay videos, but it was a start. I never gave up, and I was uploading as much as possible day in and day out, and I remember if I was lucky, I would get 5 views in a video. But the point is, I didn't give up. I kept on uploading so much, to the point where I ended up getting a job as a lifeguard, where I met people who became friends, and at that time, I was 16 years old and was really having my first friends in my life. I saved and got a gaming PC, and I discovered GTA 4 and deleted all my previous videos on my channel and was looking for a new start. At that time, I started doing LCPDFR videos, which got way more views than that guy got from that idea that I sent him on YouTube for Call of Duty around a year or 2 earlier. And then the next year I found out, or well, I don't think it was the next year, I think it was 2 years later, but right around the time I turned 18, I found out that my local fire department accepted volunteers, and I sent an application and got accepted. 4 months later, after having firefighting and hazmat training, a lot of other training, I passed. At that point, I started doing YouTube full-time and firefighting. Around 2013 to 2017, I was mostly doing GTA videos, which is what made me happy at the time. I kept doing it, and after a while, I discovered Paradox and Hearts of Iron 4, and started doing Hearts of Iron 4 videos, and now, my channel has grown so much, and brought me such happiness and joy. It's all because of everybody watching this video right now. Now I'm doing truly what I love in my dream. I'm firefighting, and I'm making YouTube videos. And I know it seems silly, but that's just the 2 things that I've always wanted in my life. So, some people ask me why I try so hard to respond to every single comment. And it's because I'm sure somebody out there I've talked to, somebody out there I've responded to, somebody out there that I've played a game with or something was at some point in my spot where they're getting beat down, they're getting told you can't do this, and they're looking for a little bit of hope and inspiration. And I try to treat every single person as if they were me and what I would want somebody to respond to me with. That's why I respond to every single comment I possibly can, because I can imagine that someday I might bring hope to somebody and let them accomplish their dreams like I've mine. The main point of the story is chase down your dreams until you can't move another inch. If I had just given up like all those people in my life wanted, I wouldn't have met all the amazing people I've met through my channel. I wouldn't have met all the friends that I've got now. I wouldn't have done what few people can ever actually do in their life and live their dream. And that's my story. And hopefully this is giving somebody out there a little bit of hope and encouragement to keep chasing your dreams, to know it's possible. It takes hard work, whether it's wanting to be a YouTuber, whether it's anything. If you want to be a firefighter like I did, or if you want to be an actor, a singer, it takes hard work, but you can achieve it, and the only person stopping you is you. Nobody else can tell you truly how to live your life, and you only get one, and it's important to live it the way it makes you happy. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember, guys and girls and everybody out there, it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.